Hey everyone, it's Lexie. So in today's video I'll be sharing with you all of the music, movies, and TV shows that I watched and listened to over the month of April. So I will say April wasn't that exciting in terms of, visual content, but there was quite a bit of music that came out this month that I'm really excited about. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started. So starting out with music, I obviously have Fearless Taylor's version. I was honestly so excited when this is coming out. Like, I'm honestly so excited for all the re-releases because it brings me back to the time when those albums came out that I associate with that music, like when it initially came out. So I remember when Fearless came out, I was in grade 9. When Speak Now, it was grade 11. Red was my first year of university, and like all these things. So like I really associate those kind of eras with different times in my life, so it's been very nostalgic. So I was really excited to see how she didn't really change a lot of the kind of the harmonies or melodies in the song. She really stayed true to the original form and maybe improved some things here or there, but you can definitely hear how much her voice has, changed as she's gotten older. And yeah, it was just really special, and I really loved how she added songs from the vault as well, just to kind of make it more exciting, I guess. And I think my favorites of the 6, there's like 4 that are like my favorite, but they are You All Over Me, Mr. Perfectly Fine, We Were Happy, and That's When. Like, those ones are so good. So I'm like, if those songs were really good and they didn't make it on Fearless, then how imagine the Red songs, like the Volt songs from Red era are gonna be fantastic. So I'm just living my best Taylor Swift life right now, so I was really excited for that. So next up for music, I then have the Young Heart album by Birdie, and there are so many songs on here that I really like, actually, because I was like, I've always liked some of her songs here or there, but not really necessarily a full album. So I was actually pleasantly surprised with how many of these songs I hear on here that I really liked. And yeah, they're just really good, kind of, you can listen to them, like they're relaxing, they're kind of folky, not like folky, but they're kind of a lot of focused on the piano and guitar, which I really like. It's very like singer-songwriter laid back kind of sound to it. And so my favorites would have to be Secondhand News, Lighthouse, Evergreen, and New Moon. Like, I think those ones are my favorites, but this album literally just came out on the last day of April, so I haven't had that many listens to it a lot to kind of establish more favorites, but as of right now, these are my standouts. And then for TV shows, I've been really bad because there's been like Younger coming out, the Handmaid's Tale, like all these new shows were coming out, and then I literally just did not get a chance to watch them. I know now that I'm on like summer break, I'll be able to kind of watch more TV shows, but the family one that we're almost done with, we just started season 7 of Parks and Rec. This has been like our family TV show, and it's just fun. Like, I've seen Parks and Recs like all the way through once, but it's not like The Office where I've seen it so many times. So I remember vaguely how it ends, but like not some of the specific details of this. So yeah, I really like it. I don't think my parents have seen the final season, so that is good for them, like they're experiencing it for the first time. But this is like our family TV show that we all watch together. So I don't know, after we finish Parks and Rec, like what TV show are we gonna do next? I don't know, because we just did The Office, Parks and Rec obviously, so it's between like Schitt's Creek or Friends. We're looking for something that's like the shorter format, but I'm also hearing things about like Rutherford Falls, which is like kind of inspired by like Parks and Rec and The Good Place type things. So I don't know, if you think that show's good, let us know, because we'll check it out. And then me and my mom and sister have been watching kind of Law and Order SVU and then Organized Crime, and like I was so excited for that, like for Elliot to come back and like what Olivia was. I really hope she like punched him, because he just left her with like not telling her anything. But yeah, I've been really liking it so far. I like SVU like a lot more than Organized Crime. Like, Organized Crime is really intense and it's very kind of different from the formulaic dramas of like Law and Orders, but I think it's really interesting, and I think Stabler just is such a messed up character, so it's fun to watch. But that's one me and my mom and sister have been watching, and my dad too, actually. He won't admit it that he likes it, but he likes it as well. So let's go ahead and move on to movies. So as always, you guys can follow me at LexieDM14 on Letterboxd. So let's go ahead and look at some of the movies we watched in April. So my mom ended up suggesting The Big Sick, which was actually on one of my like movie watch lists, and I'm always down for a good rom-com, and this one was honestly so good. 5 out of 5 stars. I really loved it. And I'm really happy my mom suggested it too, because I feel like rom-coms, especially like in my family, are a little bit hard to kind of sell with the whole family. So I actually really ended up liking this, and it's quickly become one of my favorite modern rom-coms. And then my mom wanted to watch Mary Poppins Returns out of the blue, which I thought was really funny. I saw this when it came out in theaters a couple years ago. And of course, that one is really good as well. I'm not as familiar with the original Mary Poppins, like I don't think I've ever seen it, but it was still pretty good. So obviously, I mean, Emily Blunt does an amazing job here as well. So obviously, this one got a 5 out of 5 stars. And then lastly, we ended up watching Onward, which is a Pixar movie that I haven't seen yet. And I do like most Pixar movies, but this one I did not like at all. I didn't think, like, it just felt too goofy. I think it had like a good message, but it was just too kind of, the issue that I had with it was very similar to The Good Dinosaur, where it just felt very cartoonish and immature. And I feel like Pixar movies strike some sort of emotional core with you. Same with like Soul too. Like Soul had a really good message to it. It's done for kids, but it's very much viewable by all ages, and Onward wasn't. I felt like it was very cartoonish and I just didn't enjoy it as much. So yeah, I was a little disappointed by this one. But yeah, this one was not my favorite of the Pixar movies. That's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below what some of the things that you've been watching and listening to this month and all of that fun stuff. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.